Hello everyone, I'm back, and today we are going to check out one of the newer Combat Patrol box sets, the Combat Patrol Dark Angels. Those who are not new on the channel are probably going to know what is happening now. Have you ever wondered about
what it means to be one of the Dark Angels?
It is to be the honored First Legion, the Emperor's wrath, the Sons of the Lion. Repent, for tomorrow you die!
Okay, but without any further ado, let's check out the box set, Combat Patrol Dark Angels. This box set costs $160 or €125 or 95 pounds. The value inside the kit, $220 or €176.50 or 136 pounds, although a little bit less, if you are not gonna use the two Dark Angel Primaries upgrade frames. Okay, let's check out the units in this box set. First of all, it contains 1 Captain in Gravis armor, 3 Blade Guard veterans, 5 Hellblasters, 10 Intercessors, and 2 Dark Angels Primaries upgrade frames. Are just some fancy pauldrons, some symbols, amulets, medallions with the heraldry of the chapter, and 1 cool power sword option per frame. All of this costs 455 points, without purchasing any enhancements. So it's almost 500 points, which is not bad. But now, let's check out these units individually. First one, Captain in Gravis armor. 1 model for 80 points. This model is one of my favorites, and especially good for newer players. Let's check out what you have to know about this captain. This captain is a really great fighter. He is really tanky, and he has lots of attacks in melee. Now let's dive a little bit deeper. The captain in Gravis armor has the following weapon options. First of all, he has 1 shooting weapon, a Boltstorm Gauntlet. This weapon is a pistol, so you can shoot it even if you are in melee. The Gauntlet has the range of 12. It has 3 attacks, hitting on a 2+, with the strength of 4, 1 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. This is a nice weapon, has some armor penetration, you can shoot it in melee, which is the happy place of this captain, and it is really good to deal with smaller infantry models. Other than that, let's check out his melee weapons, the heavy hitters. First of all, he has a power fist. With this weapon, he can make 5 attacks, hitting on a 2+, with the strength of 8, 2 points of armor penetration, and damage 2. This weapon is ideal to deal with lighter vehicles, kill Space Marines in one hit, or generally hurt some larger targets, and just squish the smaller ones. So this weapon is great. Other than that, you are able to choose between 3 weapons, the Relic Blade, the Relic Chainsword, and the Relic Fist. Let's check out what are these weapons will provide you. One thing in common in these 3, whichever you choose, you get extra attacks, which means if you choose the Relic Blade, the Chainsword, or the Relic Fist, you can make additional attacks next to your power fist. The only difference is how many attacks and how strong attacks will you make. Now let's check out their statistics. The Relic Blade. This one is my favorite. With this, you will make 2 attacks, hitting on a 2+, with the strength of 5, 2 points of armor penetration, and damage 2. This one is a little bit weaker than the power fist, however you get 2 extra attacks, which is relatively good to deal with Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines, Orcs, and anything with 2 wounds, so that's nice. Your other options. Relic Chainsword. With this weapon, you can make 3 attacks, hitting on a 2+, with the strength of 4, 1 points of armor penetration, and damage 2. While this weapon gives you 3 extra attacks, these weapons has lesser strength and lower points of armor penetration. This weapon is not bad because it also deals 2 damage, however it's mostly better against smaller targets like Thermogans, Guardsmen, Cultists, or basically anything that has low toughness and low armor. And your last option, Relic Fist. With this, you make only 1 attack, hitting on a 2+, with the strength of 8, 2 points of armor penetration, and damage 2. If you choose this one, basically you will have 1 extra attack to your power fist. It's just the same profile, but under a different name. All 3 of them are great. Choose whichever you like. The captain has 2 abilities. One of them is Refuse to Yield. Each time when an attack is allocated to this model, you can halve the damage characteristic of that attack. Basically, in most cases, if he takes damage, he only takes the half of that damage. So it makes him rather hard to deal with. Other than that, he has another ability, Rites of Battle. Once per battle round, 1 unit from your army can use this ability. So even if you have more captain, only 1 of them can use this. If you use this ability, you can select 1 stratagem that is a battle tactic, and you can use it for 0 command points on the captain or on the captain's unit. So basically a free battle tactic stratagem for his unit. That's nice. And the great thing, you can use this battle tactic stratagem even if you already use this stratagem in the phase. So basically 2 armor of contempt or things like that. It is really useful, even extremely useful. One more thing that I have to note, this unit is really tanky other than the refusing to yield. It has a 4+ invulnerable save, 6 wounds and toughness 6. The toughness 6 is extremely good because weapons that are good killing infantry will have a hard time to deal with your captain. So with this, all in all, you will have a really tough, a really hard to kill leader that is a beast in a melee. So far, I really approve this choice. Okay, let's go to the other units. Intercessor squad. You can build this squad into 2 5-man squad or 1 10-man squad. Either way, it will cost you 160 points for the 10 model. Let's check out what these guys can do. All in all, the Intercessors are the basic of the basic. They are extremely useful, but not too interesting. They have good shooting, okay fighting in melee. Let's check out their statistics and abilities. Each guy in the squad is equipped with a bolt rifle, a bolt pistol, and a close combat weapon. Let's check out these first. Bolt pistol. This weapon, surprisingly, is a pistol, so you are able to shoot it in melee. It has a range of 12, one shot, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 4, 0 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. Bolt rifle. This weapon has the rules of assault and heavy. The assault allows you to be able to shoot even after advancing, while the heavy ability gives you a bonus if you stayed stationary, +1 to your hit rolls. Okay, let's check out the statistics. It has a range of 24, 2 shots, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 4, 0 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. Nothing to rave about, it's a great weapon to kill infantry. Now let's check out a weapon upgrade. For every 5 models in the unit, so all in all 2 in a 10-man squad or 1 in the 5-man squads, you are able to add 1 Astartes grenade launcher. I recommend you to always add this. It is extra shots for free, and that's great. The Astartes grenade launcher has 2 firing profiles, depending on what ammunition you choose. You can choose it before shooting every time. You are able to choose between frag and crack. Let's check out the frag. Frag basically is the anti-infantry one. It has the ability of blast. What does it mean? If you are shooting at a big blob of enemies, for every 5 model in the enemy squad, you get 1 extra shot. So more enemy, more shots. Nice. This has the range of 24. It has D3 attacks, so attacks between 1 and 3, plus the attacks from the blast, so it can be a lot. Hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 4, 0 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. It's just a nice amount of extra shots. But there's your other option, crack. This also has the range of 24, but it has only 1 shot, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 9, 2 points of armor penetration, and damage D3, so damage between 1 and 3. It has a nice amount of strength and a nice amount of armor penetration. It's good to take out some elites. These are your basic extra options, but you have some special options for your sergeant. What are these options? Your Intercessor Sergeant can replace its bolt rifle with one of the following: plasma pistol, power weapon, Astartes chainsword, and hand flamer. Usually, I'm not recommending this one, because the Intercessor Sergeant is also able to replace his close combat weapon with one of the followings: Astartes chainsword, power fist, power weapon, or thunder hammer. Usually, I recommend you to replace the close combat weapon and keep the bolt rifle. But we will go through the options. First of all, close combat weapon. This is the weapon that all of your guys have in melee. It has 3 attacks, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 4, 0 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. You are able to switch this one to the other options. Astartes chainsword. With this one, your sergeant will have 5 attacks, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 4, 0 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. So basically, you will have 2 extra attacks, and you will have 1 points of armor penetration on your attacks. Nothing to lose, a lot to gain. Your other option, Power Fist. With this one, your sergeant will have 3 attacks, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 8, 2 points of armor penetration, and damage 2. This weapon will make your sergeant really dangerous in melee. So if you give him this one, your opponent will have to think twice to attack these guys in melee. Your other option, Power Weapon. With this, you will have 4 attacks, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 5, 2 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. This is not bad, maybe better than the Astartes chainsword, but it's just too middle of the road for me to recommend you. I would either pick the Power Fist or the Astartes chainsword. And let's check out our last melee weapon, Thunder Hammer. This weapon is not that great, however it has an interesting ability, Devastating Wounds. This means, if you make an unmodified wound roll of 6, the damage just goes straight through. No armor save and no invulnerable saves can be made. Maybe with this one, you can surprise an enemy character and bonk him to death, but usually I wouldn't count on this one. With this, you will only make 3 attacks, hitting on a 4+, with a strength of 8, 2 points of armor penetration, and damage 2. In my opinion, it's strictly worse than the Power Fist. Okay, and let's go to the last point. I said I wouldn't recommend you to replace the Sergeant Bolt Rifle. Why? Because if you give him the Hand Flamer or the Plasma Pistol, he will have much lower range than the other guys in your unit. And most of the time, he will just stay there and watching sadly while the other guys have fun with their bolt rifles. Do not make him sad. Okay, and let's check out their ability. Objective secured. Basically, if you control an objective marker at the end of your command phase, while this unit is within range of that objective marker will remain under your control even if you move out all your modders from its range. So basically, sticky objective. It can be extremely useful for Space Marines because you have fewer units, and sometimes you just have to move away, so it can help you out really well. However, don't forget about the opponent's deep strikes and reserves. Okay, let's check out the other unit. Blade Guard Veteran Squad. 3 models for 90 points. These guys are looking extremely cool, and they are really great to some extent. Let's check out what they can do. First of all, every guy in the unit is equipped with a Heavy Bolt Pistol and a Mastercrafted Power Weapon. Let's check out these weapons. Heavy Bolt Pistol. This weapon is a pistol with the range of 18. One shot, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 4, 1 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. Basically, a better bolt pistol. And let's check out their melee weapon. Mastercrafted Power Weapon. With this weapon, every model in the unit has 4 attacks, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 4, 2 points of armor penetration, and damage 2. These guys are your Space Marines per elite killers. They come in, they have a great amount of armor penetration and damage, and a lots of attacks, so they are extremely dangerous in close combat. Other than that, the Blade Guard Veteran Sergeant is able to replace his pistol with either a Neo-Volkite pistol or a plasma pistol. Let's check out these. Neo-Volkite pistol. This weapon has the range of 12. 1 attack, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 5, 0 points of armor penetration, and damage 2. It's not that great. However, it has the ability of devastating wounds. So if you roll an unmodified 6 as a wound roll, the damage just goes straight through. Nice option. Your other option, Plasma Pistol. This weapon is a plasma, so it has 2 kind of firing modes. First one, Standard. With this one, it has the range of 12. 1 shot, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 7, 2 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. Or, you are also able to supercharge this weapon. However, it's not that safe to supercharge it. Why? Because if you supercharge this weapon after the shooting, you roll 1d6, and if you roll a 1 on that d6, the weapon is overheated and blows up. What does it mean game-wise? The Sergeant just died. So yeah, if you supercharged it after you shot, roll 1d6, and on a 1, your Sergeant is dead. So not that safe. However, if you supercharge it, it has the range of 12. It has 1 shot, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 8, 3 points of armor penetration, and damage 2. So basically, it will have better strength, better armor penetration, and it deals double damage. Can be great. However, kinda risky. None of these options are bad. Pick whichever you like. The Heavy Bolt Pistol will give you better range, the Neo-Volkite pistol will give you the chance to penetrate all armor, and the Plasma Pistol will give you greater strength, greater armor penetration, and the ability to make it even better. However, there is a chance to blow yourself up. But these guys also have a great ability, called Blade Guard. At the start of the fight phase, you are able to choose between the Swords of the Chapter or the Shields of the Chapter ability. If you choose the Swords of the Chapter, then you are able to reroll the hit rolls of 1 in melee. That's a quite nice power boost. Or there is the ability Shields of the Chapter. Each time when this unit makes an invulnerable saving throw, so using your shield to protect yourself, you are able to reroll the saving throws of 1. So this one will give them better durability. It is especially great against really strong opponents. Okay, one thing to note, these guys are really great in melee. However, they are much more tanky than your average Space Marines. Because they have a 4+ invulnerable save that is great on its own. However, these guys have 3 wounds, while the normal Space Marines usually have 2 wounds. So they have 50% more health. And that's a good thing. And let's check out the last unit, Hellblaster Squad. 5 model for 125 points. These guys are your heavy hitters. They have great shooting weapons, but you have to use them carefully, because they are not that tough on their own. But then again, their weapons are really spicy. Let's check them out. Each guy in this unit have a bolt pistol, a plasma incinerator, and a close combat weapon. Bolt pistol. This weapon is a pistol. It has a range of 12. It has one shot, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 4, 0 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. This is the pistol that all of the guys have. However, your sergeant is also able to change this pistol to a plasma pistol, which you should do every time, because the plasma pistol is just strictly better. Plasma pistol. With this, you have one shot, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 7, 2 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. Or you can supercharge it, then it will still have the range of 12, one attack, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 8, 3 points of armor penetration, and damage 2. However, as you remember, this weapon is hazardous if you supercharge it, so be careful. But let's check out the main weapon. Plasma Incinerator. This weapon is really great. This one has the ability of assault and heavy, which means you are able to shoot it even after running, or if you didn't move, so you stand still, you get +1 to your hit rolls. Let's check out the statistics. If you use it normal mode, standard, it has a range of 24, 2 attacks, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 7, 2 points of armor penetration, and damage 1. However, you are also able to supercharge this weapon. If you supercharge it, you still keep the assault and the heavy abilities, but you get the hazardous. You know, when you have to roll a dice after shooting, and on a 1, it blows up and the model is dead. So in this mode, it will have the range of 24, 2 shots, hitting on a 3+, with the strength of 8, 3 points of armor penetration, and damage 2. This is really nice, because if you have 3 points of armor penetration, then Space Marines and really tough guys will usually only able to make a saving throw on a 6+ if they don't have any invulnerable saves. So yeah, they are really great against armor and light vehicles. Their strength is a little bit low to deal with really tough vehicles, but they can kill elites, light vehicles, bikers, smaller monsters with relative ease, unless they blow themselves up, but that's a whole different story. That is good on its own, however they have an ability, which makes them even better. For the chapter, each time when a model in this unit is destroyed, roll 1d6, and if you roll a 3 or above, then you do not remove the destroyed model from the game. Why? Because after the enemy attacks has been resolved, these models will be able to shoot one last time, but they can only shoot at the attacking model's unit. Since everyone in this box set is a Space Marine, this box set will have the ability Oath of Moment. What does it mean? At the start of your command phase, you can select one enemy unit from the opponent's army, and until the start of your next command phase, you are able to reroll all the hit rolls against that target. So your guys will do everything in their power to hit the target. Wounding is another story, but it's still a nice thing to have. Let's make an assessment on this box set. This box set is not bad. However, the older Dark Angel set was much better. Probably I would give a 7 out of 10 to this box set. Because the units in this box set are really good, but they doesn't have an especially great synergy. The Gravis Captain can join any of the units, but he's still one of the best heroes in my opinion nonetheless, so that's great. Blade Guard Veterans are extremely useful, Hellblasters are really good, and the Intercessors are okay and useful, although not very interesting. This set is good if you want to start to learn the basics and if you want to play Dark Angels. Basically that's it, but a few things to note. This box set is extremely great to deal with infantry and elites. However, if your opponent has a really big tank monster, well, you will have a hard time. It's rather interesting, because everything in this box set is good, but not really better than good, except maybe the Gravis Captain. But you still need some aggressors or heavy intercessors to make him shine. So probably I wouldn't start with this box set, but it would be a great second. It's a great combination with the Blood Angels one. All in all, you can start with this one, but probably it won't be the greatest experience on its own. Still okay though. That's it for now. Thank you for watching and listening. If you like what I do, please consider liking, subscribing, or both, and even hit the little bell. If you don't hit the little bell, well, I will probably upload a video on each week, and I hope I see you in the next one. See ya.